I have seen some boxing pundits defend the referee in the Alexander Usyk-Tyson Fury fight, saying that he was correct to not stop the fight and give Tyson Fury a count in the 9th round when he did rather than stop it. Because I got a lot of attention when I did that video talking about how I felt the referee was not only biased in favour of Tyson Fury clearly, but also I called it corruption, and I stand by that, I felt it was appropriate for me to do this video talking about where I disagree with these guys. Hearn, of all people, is actually saying the referee did it right, and he's talking about how fighters and fans don't seem to know the rules, which I'll get into in a second, and he is talking about how boxers were saying, hey, that fight should have been stopped, and he says, it's amazing how many people don't know the rules, which I feel to be quite snarky from Hearn, but whatever. Then you have the team at ProBox, who I do like, but hey, you never agree with anybody all of the time. You've got Chris Algieri and Jimmy Smith saying that the referee was right to do what he did. You have Timothy Bradley, who, funny enough, talks about how the referee could have stepped in earlier than he did, which is what I talked about in my video. Basically, he doesn't say that the referee shouldn't have done that, but he talks about how he's kind of happy that the referee went about things the way he did because it meant we got an incredible fight. And then you have Paulie Malignaggi, who goes through the rules, and we all know Paulie Malignaggi loves to talk. This guy is excellent at presenting. I mean, he's a really good narrator, so to speak. He talks about how a lot of people don't know the rules again, talking about how if a fighter is being held up by the ropes to where they would go down if the ropes weren't there, then the referee should step in and rule it a knockdown, and just because other referees have messed up in the past by not doing this, doesn't mean this referee should mess up. And then you have Al Bernstein in this interview with Seconds Out, who calls out exactly what I have been doing in my videos. He talks about how, based on the rules, which I'm going to get into shortly and read out, the referee was correct to jump in and give a count because Fury was clearly held up by the ropes, and if it weren't for them, he would have gone down for certain. However, he talks about how Fury was about to touch the canvas, or could have touched the canvas if it weren't for the ropes, once or twice before that, and the referee missed that. And I talk about in my video how Fury actually was being held up by the ropes 4 times before the referee stepped in, and Al Bernstein again points out that the referee conveniently stepped in as Fury was about to take the worst punishment, where Usyk was about to deliver the finishing punch. And again, I break that down in my video, and Bernstein is just a little bit off on how many times Fury was given the benefit of the doubt. And talking about what Hearn and Paulie Malignaggi mentioned about reading the unified rules of boxing, well, I've gone to the Association of Boxing Commissions and Combative Sport webpage and looked at the unified rules of boxing. Here you can see, this is a screenshot from that site. A knockdown is defined as when a fighter touches the mat with anything other than the soles of their feet as a result of a legal damaging strike, or is in a defenseless position grabbing the opponent or hanging on or over the ropes. The referee will have sole discretion in determining a knockdown versus a slip. I talked about this in my video breaking down the referee's terrible calls. The referee was fair to jump in and administer a knockdown because Fury was certainly about to hit the canvas, but he never did that the 4 times Fury was rocked before he actually finally stepped in. Either one of those could have been a situation where he could have touched the canvas, so the referee could have called it a knockdown. He didn't do it, and nor did he even show urgency that he was going to do it or thinking of doing it. So clearly, Tyson Fury taking as much damage as he did wasn't on the referee's mind. He conveniently stepped in as Tyson Fury was about to get hammered square on the chin, and Usyk again would have ended him there and then. Tyson Fury would have been destroyed. I've mentioned multiple times that as the rounds were going on, from the first minute to the 3rd minute, he was not motioning to Tyson Fury saying, hey, get off his neck, stop grabbing him, stop leaning on him, stop clinching him, stop wrapping him up in vice grips like an octopus. And again, I've talked about this knockdown sequence enough, although there is one more thing I need to touch on. I just need to chop this video up to the point where, again, copyright doesn't become an issue. So I hope this clarifies that. Again, I understand what these guys are talking about. Again, I like Paulie Malignaggi a lot. I like Chris Algieri, but I disagree with them heavily here. But again, if you disagree with me, no problem. Let me know down below. There were some people who commented on that video, and I don't know if they actually just didn't listen to what I said, but I Again, completely understand the referee stepping in and giving account. I am not saying that he shouldn't have done that, period. I'm not saying that he had no reason to step in and give account. My issue is how he did it. If you disagree with me still, no problem. More than happy to have people disagree with me, as long as everybody is respectful. So drop your comments down below, guys. Let me know what you thought of this. Catch you guys later. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more.